All right, guys, we've gone through another transfer window. I'm not sure that I made this club any better or not. Let's go look at what the damage has been. Actually, it hasn't been too bad. As you can see, we do have good finances, but as you may know, because we signed Mwanta, we have a little bit of transfer debt. For some reason, the finances screen is not loading up. There we go. So we go over to debt and loans, and you can see we have 7 million net transfer debt. Not a great thing, right? It kind of is what it is. We'll go take a quick look here and see. We tried to do all sorts of other transfers and shenanigans. Nothing worked at the end because that match was played so late. And so my frustration and anger at many players has not resulted in much that we can actually deal with. I go over here to transfers here in the league. As you can see, almost every transfer has been ours, and almost all of them have been free transfers. There we go. Transfer window is what we want to look at. This is showing me the next transfer window. That is very useful. Oh, no, here we go. It took a while to load because we had a lot of transfers. That's the reason why. Just want to go take a look here and see just how many players it is that we moved in. I think it was like 170 or something like that. The big deal was Mwanta coming in, of course, at 15 million, which is the biggest deal in the entire league. He had a real stinker of a match in his first one, so so much for that. We go over here to the transfers tab. There we go. We'll take a look and see what happens. We have a whole bunch of other players coming in 2023, which is fun. Transfer history is what we really want. And yeah, for transfers in, we had a whole ton of players, most of which were free transfers. Very few of these actually came from other clubs. There were a couple of others that came, and the fees were quite small for them, quite modest, other than, of course, Mwanta. We also had quite a few transfers out. We got rid of huge numbers of players on the team, most of whom went out on loan, a couple of whom were sold out completely. So, so far, that's the way it looks like. Now, the squad is shrinking a little bit, and we're going to continue to whittle away and shrink this. The big one, of course, is after that really, really poor performance, our goalkeeper, Baek Jong-boom, has been relegated over to the under-18s. He will not play for the first team again. It has been very, very frustrating to deal with him. The reason why is because his form just has not been there. 2 matches in a row of 6.4. He's been conceding a lot of goals. I really wanted to sell him. They gave me a low ball offer for him, and we didn't go for that. The other one that we've knocked over here, by the way, is this one, Boom. Boom drives me nuts. This guy's worth quite a bit of money and is supposed to be a really good player, but he doesn't show up at all. Everything here looks great. I've had him in 2 saves in a row now. I haven't ever seen him play well. I don't remember a single match in which he's played well. So when we look at how he's played with the big team, he had a 6.5 rating. And then he was in light training for a little while. He got injured. Then he was not selected for 2 matches in a row because he wasn't match fit and came out with another 6.5 rating. And yeah, it's a problem, right? And I talked with him. It said he's not fit. He needs to go on holiday. I tried to tell him to. He wouldn't do it. And so fine, you go down to the under-18s. We'll get rid of you. I'm going to go through, I'm going to get this squad completely revamped and recreated. As you can see, we have a number of players here with really, really poor average ratings. I mean, some of them only played in 1 match. But some of these guys like Kim Jin-ya, I look at this guy and I'm like, you've got to be able to do something, man. 6.47 average rating is awful, and he's been injured so often, right? We know that he can play well, maybe, but we need to figure out a way to get these players on the right side of things. And yeah, that's what this transfer period has been like. See if I can find, this is it right here. We brought so many players in that the game has lost track. I mean, it was probably around 200 or so that we brought in. And we got rid of a lot of players as well. Again, the finances look good for the most part. We have no transfer budget left, and it's all gone to the wage budget. But that's going to change because when January comes around, September right now, once we get over to January, we're going to start selling more players again. We should be able to get that turned around. And yeah, we'll see what happens with this save. I don't think that the ownership is quite pleased with all the hard work that I've been doing. We'll take a look. Again, I'm really concerned when this is going so slow. Yeah, both the board and the supporters are giving me a C, and they're mostly upset with different signings and sales, but they were happy at least with the few draws that we have. So we'll see what we can do. Still trying to work on the defense, and I do think this team needs to be completely revamped. That's the next goal. So I'll work on that. We'll probably talk with you next time after the next match about how we've revamped the squad. Cool thing, by the way, as you may know, is that players under 21 can play on the first team without being registered. And so because that's the case, I can go through and I can completely redo everything, get rid of some of these guys who are just playing really poorly and pretend that I never had them. They go over to the under 18s where they can play forever in exhibition matches until they're sold off. That's the way we punish players around here. Anyway, we'll keep that at that. I'll talk with you later. Bye.